Look forward to Cheltenham, and one of the races that's going to be absolutely fascinating, even to get your guys' views on, is the Stan James Champion Hurdle. I don't think we got a lot of great racing over the winter, but did we get any answers?
I got an answer on New Year's Day, and I think wherever Annie Power runs at Cheltenham, she'll win. And
where do you think she will win?
I have a notion that she'll run in the Champion Hurdle.
Because you feel that Crevega they want to go for the 6th time.
Well, I'm guessing, you know. Obviously, Willie Mullins, he's a champion trainer, you know, and he knows.
They wouldn't run up against each other.
She's gonna have to run up against.
Been suggested?
Yeah, but why? I don't see why you'd step up to 3 mile at her age and her inexperience, I suppose. You know, she's good enough to run over 2 miles. Why not use that now?
Do you think Annie Power and Hurricane Fly will both run the Champion Hurdle?
Well, Hurricane Fly, I think, will definitely run.
Yeah.
And I don't see why they wouldn't run Annie Power in the same race.
And would... Well, I suppose we should get Ruby on near the time, but... Okay, let's put the question to you then. Willie Mullins gives you the choice of riding Annie Power or Hurricane Fly in the Champion Hurdle. Which one would you ride?
How good is Annie Power? No one knows how good she is.
Yeah.
And Ruby Walsh, she's winning, 6 King Georges, 7, 6 Gold Cups, Champion Hurdles.
He's going to go 175, 179 around Cheltenham.
I know.
Annie Power hasn't done that yet.
But he's won all these races, and he comes to Cheltenham on New Year's Day for one ride. It's not very often you see him as animated as he was afterwards. I mean, he had a grin from ear to ear after riding Annie Power. And Alice Plunkett said to him when he pulled up, he said, "Oh, you struggle to pull up there. All the other horses are, you know, as soon as they cross the line, they're pulling up tired." And he said, "Yeah, but she's no normal horse."
Yeah.
You know, and everything he says points me to think that he adores her. Obviously, you know, I think he thinks she's something special.
Well, looks for you adore her as well.
I think she's. Well, I mean, 9 from 9, she's unbeaten.
But some would argue the fact that she's popped up against Sakanda a couple of times, one in the 4-runner event, one in the 3-runner event. Does that horse have to have one more run in going up in class? And I mean, I'm not saying up in class, but I mean, Sakanda hasn't really shown that much this season.
But
right?
The only way I look at it is everything she's done. She's only beat what's put in front of her, and she's done it impressively every time. And
she jumped better this time than she did at Kempton as
well.
And
Ruby came by the other day on her, and I mean, he was just kept squeezing and squeezing. He never. I don't think he ever hit her.
Okay. So what about the new one, My Tent or Yours?
Yeah, I got my opinion on that race. I think the new one would have won if it wasn't for the mistake. Sam Twiston-Davis lost his iron, and I'm pretty sure he would have held on. I know some people might disagree with that, but I think out of them two, out of that race, I'd take the new one. I know Tom was actually, when we first started this show, Mr. Marriott over there, he actually tipped up the new one for the Champion Hurdle. And I'm slightly starting to side with him now. But I still can't rule out Jeski. I know a lot of people was just scrapping him off, but I quite like Jeski still.
It's a fascinating contest, Billy.
It is, yeah. I mean, I put up My Tent or Yours on the first show that we spoke about the Champion Hurdle. Whether he would have won at Kempton doesn't worry me unduly. I still think he's a Champion Hurdle contender, and at the moment, My Tent or Yours would be my selection. OK,
you're quite strong on Annie Power. Is there anything else that took your eye over the Christmas and New Year period? That I mean, Mullins had so many winners. I mean, the first couple of days, actually, he didn't, and then they all came in towards the end. Is there anything else that took your eye? A lot of people were mentioning Fulgine as, I don't think he even actually ran over the Christmas and New Year period, but Fulgine, however you pronounce it.
I thought Captain Cutter was impressive at Newbury in the Betfair. Oh, the Challow Hurdle. Yeah, the Challow Hurdle. I mean, he was 14. He was quite. I think he was 14 pound lower than the top-rated horse in the race, running off level weights. I mean, he's gone up 14 pounds since, which is obvious he had to. But to win with the authority he did, I just thought he was impressive. But there was the market that's open for me is the RSA market for the 3 mile plus novice chase route. Just to par, I thought he looked a proper horse when he won at Newbury, and disappointed at Kempton when Anacotti won. But the horse in Ireland, Carlingford Lock, trained by John Kiley, I think, and obviously AP rode it, won a Galway plate, kind of came up the handicap route rather than the novice route. So I think that's going to be a big help to him when he comes to Cheltenham, because you need a horse that's kind of battle hardened, if you like, and is used to big fields and strong pace and bumping, and I think that's always going to be a big help. So he's a horse that could progress further for the RSA.
Anything you've got your eye on for Cheltenham or any
Yeah,
other?
I'll touch on the Cheltenham hurdle. Captain Cutter, I personally couldn't have him for the race before the race, and the way he won, you can't ignore that form. I think Times remembered the second was a good yardstick and very well thought of horse. Wherever Captain Cutter goes, I think you've got to keep an eye on where he goes. But my main bet, my one anti-post bet this year was on a horse called King's Palace for the Albert Bartlett.
Okay, you're going to have to be really quick.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you quickly, I backed him at 16-1 before he won last time at Cheltenham. And I think he goes on any ground, and I'm so sweet on this horse's chances. And he's from the Pipe Yard.
Okay.